Okay, before we get into anything, hi. If you're watching this and you enjoy K-pop takes that are honest, a little chaotic, but said with love, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment even if it's just a heart. It genuinely helps more than you think and lets me know that you're here with me. And don't worry, we're just getting started. Also, quick thing for my mobile watchers, only because this feature is only for y'all. If you're watching on your phone, there's this hype feature that helps the algorithm push videos like crazy. While you're watching, swipe left once or twice on the comment preview thing under the video, and if you see an option that says hype, tap it. That's it. If you have that feature and you use it, you're actually a real one. Okay, now let's get into this because I've been sitting on this idea for months. So basically, every year at the end of the year, K-pop turns into award show season. We get stages, outfits, awards, chaos, discourse, all of it. And I've always thought, why not do my own? No fan votes, no numbers, no charts, just vibes. Just what I personally loved this year. This is my K-pop award show. These are my picks. You can disagree, that's fine. Just don't be weird. We're starting off with Rookie of the Year, and my pick is X-Love. And honestly, I surprised myself with this one. If you know me, you know I'm mainly a girl group stan. I don't usually keep up with freshly debuted boy groups like that, but X-Love, yeah, they caught my attention fast. Their whole genderless concept, not being afraid to be feminine, and just the way they move with so much confidence is probably why I like them so much. These boys are literally divas. Every song they've released so far has been good, like genuinely good. My favorite right now is their new release, Riz, which dethroned business for me. And the choreography? Insane. That cartwheel in One and Only, starting in a split immediately in Riz, I would literally break something trying to replicate that. Hats off to them, seriously. Honorable mentions though, because rookies were really eating this year. Hearts to Hearts, I love all their releases so far, and Focus is my favorite by far. It was honestly a close call for this category. Cortis, I love their music, but I cannot unhear the fact that Go in Fashion sounds like Fane by Playboi Carti. Like, I'm sorry. And Kiki, Dancing Alone, Strawberry Cheesecake, I Do Me, BTG, Groundwork. Yeah, they were right up there too. I'm not even joking. Now, Female Soloist of the Year, this one hurt. Like, actually hurt. It was between Eve and Chaeyoung, and choosing felt illegal. Both of their music is completely my style. Eve went more electro and indie pop throughout her EP Soft Error, while Chaeyoung leaned more indie pop and bedroom pop on Lil Fantasy Volume 1, and I love both of those sounds so much. But I had to choose Eve. Soft Error is perfect to me. I wouldn't change a single thing. White Cat, Soap featuring Pink Panthers, literally everything. Aibo featuring Bratty is so underrated, it hurts. And then she added Ex Machina in the deluxe version? That song is heavenly, like it has me genuinely floating. Honorable mentions because I can't not mention them. Seulgi from Red Velvet, Baby Not Baby was insanely good. Yeji from ITZY, Air and Invasion were so good. Oh my god. Chaeyoung from Twice, like I said, it was either her or Eve. Solo debuting with a full-length album in K-pop is so rare these days, and she did that. Girl is my favorite song, but Band-Aid and Avocado too. I love the whole album, period. Chu, I loved Only Cry in the Rain. It was cute but sad, especially because of the music video. And then Kiss a Kitty? Okay. And then Eve released a song called White Cat a couple months later. Yeah, I'm watching y'all. Joking, of course. And yes, Jennie and Lisa from Blackpink. Before anyone jumps me, I genuinely loved Jennie's album overall. Even though I don't really listen to Twin and FTS that much, with Lisa, I liked most of the songs. I didn't love most of them. The collab tracks were perfect, but the solo ones were a little eh. Chill, though, I loved Chill. Male Soloist of the Year goes to Yeoljun from TXT. That entire EP or album, honestly, I don't even know what to call it because he referred to it as an album, but it feels short. But either way, it was amazing. He's the reason I decided to separate male and female soloist categories because Eve would have taken Soloist of the Year overall, but Yeojun made me rethink everything. No Labels Part 1 was so good. My favorite song switches between Talk to You and Let Me Tell You featuring Daniela from Cat's Eye. The music video with the 3 songs was such a smart move. It felt like its own little storyline, even though I couldn't tell you what was happening to save my life. But it really reminded me how charismatic Yeoljun is. And listen, TXT's music is not bad at all, but lately it hasn't been showing their charisma the way it used to. I need another Good Boy Gone Bad moment. The rock elements in Talk to You were great too, even though it sounded exactly like Blow by Ed Sheeran. I can't unhear it. But knowing Yeonjun danced to Blow for Studio Chum years ago, I'm guessing that it's his actual taste. He was also heavily involved in the creative process, writing almost every song except Forever, I believe, which honestly makes it even better. Honorable mentions, Kai from EXO, Wait on Me, and Adult Swim were so good, and honestly the whole mini-album was solid. Especially considering he dropped it basically right after coming back from the military, and J-Hope from BTS would have been a crime to not mention him. Killin' It Girl and Mona Lisa were great. Summer Song of the Year goes to Lemon Drop by ATEEZ. Honorable mention to One and Only by XLove because I liked it, but I didn't love it at first, but now I really do. Still, Lemon Drop takes it. Now, the worst song of the year. Please don't jump me. It was between Ceremony by Stray Kids and One Last Time by All Day Project. But here's the thing. One Last Time only has one bad section, and that's Tarzan's horrible, terrible rap. I'm sorry, but She Called Me Poppy, yeah. It makes me laugh every single time. And there was this comment I saw where someone asked who was calling him Poppy, and someone replied, Julie from Kiss of Life. I still think about that comment and chuckle every time. I'll display it if I can find it. But Ceremony? I can't get behind the hip hip hooray. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip. If it was just the intro, fine. The chorus itself is actually good, I won't lie, but repeating hip hip hooray multiple times? Girl, I just cannot do it. And no hate to Stray Kids because I do like their new title track, Do It. However, actually wait. I completely forgot about Attention Seeker by EXIN. Yeah, no, that one takes it. That chorus is horrid. The mixing is terrible. It sounds so nasally, and I genuinely think having a bad chorus is worse than having one bad section in a song. The chorus is the most important part. Am I wrong? Be honest. So now we're getting into the categories where groups really started showing out this year. Best mini album or EP of the year, groups only since solos already got their moments. My pick is FE304, Forward by NMIX. Let me show you that, Every single song in that EP is so good. Like, genuinely, no skips. And that's rare for me. Usually, with mini albums, there's always that one song where I'm like, yeah, it's fine, but I'm probably never going back to this. That did not happen here. Ever since they released this EP, I've been replaying it like crazy, every track over and over. It really surprised me because with their older releases, I liked them, of course, but this one felt so cohesive and so polished. They really found their sound and locked in. Honorable mention goes to the Hot EP by Le Seraphim. Everything on it is so good, and Ash, wow. Ash is incredible. The only reason I didn't pick this as a mini album of the year is honestly the length. Born Fire is an intro, so it doesn't really count as a full song, which leaves only like 4 tracks, and I just enjoyed the NMIX project a bit more overall. This hurts to say though, because Le Seraphim is my favorite 4th gen group, so yeah, that one hurt a little. Now, B-side of the year. This might be a crazy take to some people, but White Cat by Eve. And honestly, I don't think it's that crazy. This is literally my song of the year overall. I'm obsessed with it, completely obsessed. Honorable mentions go to Ash by Le Seraphim, High Horse by NMIX, and Options by Twice. There were so many good B-sides this year, like an insane amount, but White Cat just hits different. And y'all don't understand because the second I heard this snippet, I knew this was going to be my song. I was counting down the days for it to drop, which I never do. If I'm sitting there replaying a snippet and getting hungry over scraps, that's how you know it's a hit for me. Title track of the year goes to Blue Valentine by NMIX. This song shocked me with how good it was. The vocals, the production, everything. NMIX has this insanely good year, hit after hit. The album Blue Valentine is also really good. I don't think anything came close to Blue Valentine for title track of the year for me. I'm locked in on this one. Tunnel Vision by ITZY was extremely good though, I won't lie, but Blue Valentine just takes it. Now, best full-length album of the year, groups only, since once again, solos already got their moment, and yes, this is different from title track. My pick is Blue Valentine by NMIX. This was so hard, because it was between NMIX and Twice's This Is For. This Is For came out earlier, so I had more time to replay it, but what influenced my decision was this. This Is For has a couple songs that aren't really mid, but they're just alright. Peach Gelato and Let Love Go are the only complete skips for me on the album. Meanwhile, Blue Valentine by NMIX, every single song is good. There's not one skip, not one mid-track. From Blue Valentine all the way to the very last track, OO Part 2, it's perfect. You can hear how much NMIX has evolved with each release, and it really shows here. Next, best choreography, and I want to clarify this isn't about the hardest or most impressive choreography. This is about what I personally find the most pleasing, cohesive, and memorable. My pick is Dancing Alone by Kiki. When I'm dancing alone, I'm not dreaming alone, I can feel it. Runner-ups are Burning Love by Meow and Jelius by Illit. Dancing Alone is perfect to me. The choreography is so fun, it matches the song perfectly, and it's energetic and bouncy. I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a dancer by any means, but the whole chorus section, I love it. The song has this disco and dance pop vibe, and the choreography shows that so well. And the girls perform it with so much energy. This is honestly rare in K-pop these days, no offense, but it feels like a lot of idols are starting to mark the choreography instead of going all out. And I get it, singing and dancing at the same time is hard, so sometimes pulling back makes sense. But it starts to become a problem when even the official music videos and performance videos don't feel fully executed. Those aren't live vocal situations, so I expect 100% energy there. And then when it comes to actual music show performances, where most stages are lip synced anyway, you might as well dance your ass off. Like, am I wrong for that? No hate though, because I know y'all like to tussle. Most underrated title track of the year, you guessed it, Dancing Alone by Kiki. Yes, again, I don't care. 11 million views is nothing to scoff at, but this song deserves more. I love it with my whole heart. If you like Western artists like Chappell Roan and that throwback disco pop vibe, you should absolutely listen to Dancing Alone. Now, most hated song that I actually like, and yeah, there's more than one. First, Spaghetti by Le Sserafim. I genuinely don't understand why people hate this song. I love it so much, but I already made a whole video on it, so we're not staying here. Let's move on. Honorable mention, Look at Me by All Day Project. Yeah, I know, I might get flamed for this, but I genuinely like the song. This definitely redeemed them for me after One Last Time. The bridge is so good, and the choreography during that part is super satisfying to watch. I'm not a huge fan of Annie's rap verse because it felt really abrupt right after the chorus and kind of like a nothing salad, but other than that, the song isn't bad by any means. And lastly, Mamma Mia by Isna. I know I will literally get jumped for this one, but I like it. The song sounds good to me. I love the choreography for the chorus specifically, even though the rest of the choreo was low-key a mess, not gonna lie. I feel like this song got so much hate because it was different from their other title tracks. If Mamma Mia was B-side, I really think people, or at least Isna's core fan base, would have looked at it way more positively. Best vocal performance of the year goes to NMIXX. So let's ride to the front line. No competition. Vocally and musically, these girls were taking it to the next level this year, and I feel like High Horse really showcased their vocal potential the most. Alongside Blue Valentine, of course, but I'd give it to High Horse specifically because it's way more vocally challenging. That song demands control, range, emotion, everything. It's not just about hitting notes, it's about how clean and effortless they make it sound. And honestly, High Horse is such a heavenly song. I remember being genuinely impressed when it first came out as a pre-release. It really felt like one of those moments where you're like, yeah, these girls can sing for real. Music video of the year goes to Tunnel Vision by ITZY. Work. I loved it. The visuals were great from start to finish. My favorite part of the music video is probably Chaoyoung's section towards the beginning. I just love the effects there. It was so cool to look at. But honestly, the entire music video was strong all the way through. Honorable mentions, Rich Man by aespa. That music video was so cool. My favorite part was when Winter was lifting the car, or whatever she was doing. I don't know how to describe it. Bear with me. Mechanic Winter. She looked really tea. Extra by Somi. It's simple, as in not as out there as the others on this list, but I really liked it. The MV tells the story of the song so well, being an extra in someone else's story. You see how all the backup dancers look really familiar down to the outfits, and how the female dancers are styled like watered-down versions of Somi. Honestly, this MV would have been my number one if Tunnel Vision didn't come out. I don't usually go back to music videos since I mostly use Spotify and YouTube Music, but I kept fighting myself going back to this one. Alright, now we're at the big ones, the categories people argue about the most, the ones that really define the year. K-pop Girl Group of the Year. This was extremely hard, and if I was biased, Le Sserafim would win automatically, no discussion. But if I'm actually being honest and really thinking about impact, output, and consistency, Twice is my girl group of the year. All members are still together 10 years into their career, which is already insane. This was their 10th anniversary year, and they were everywhere. They had strategy featured in K-pop Demon Hunters, an official song cover of Takedown for the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack, 4 out of 9 members performing at the Victoria's Secret show, 1 full-length Korean album, 1 full-length Japanese album, 1 special album, a full-length Chaeyoung solo album, and that's not even everything. These girls worked hard, and it paid off. Longevity like this doesn't happen by accident. Now, K-pop Boy Group of the Year. This one was also hard, and again, if I was biased, I would say TXT, but I'd be lying through my teeth. TXT low-key left me hungry this year. No shade. My boy group of the year is ATEEZ. It's ATEEZ, yeah. The EP that Lemon Drop was on was so good. Masterpiece? Now, this house is not a home. Castle? Crazy. Then they dropped the English single In Your Fantasy not even long after that, and if I'm not mistaken, they basically extended the EP into album length by giving every member a solo song. So it was really a deluxe. On top of that, they released a full-length Japanese album. They made sure we were fed. It's honestly clear that I like their music because I keep coming back to it every time, even though I only know like 4 members by name. That part is on me. I really need to get into them. Now, Global Group Song of the Year. This one was extremely hard. Cat's Eye dropped their Beautiful Chaos EP. Vicha rebranded into Girl Set and released Commas and Little Miss, and XG dropped Gala. I genuinely like all of these releases. Maybe not Commas as much, but still. And Gala? That almost took it for me. Almost. But my pick is Little Miss by Girl Set. Yes, Little Miss. The choreography, the styling, everything about it just hits. I genuinely can't choose between Lexi and Savannah as my bias anymore. During A2K and the VChat days, it was Lexi, no question, but now with Girl Set, it constantly switches between the two. Best Global Group of the Year. This one is obviously Cat's Eye in my opinion. I mean, come on, we got content nonstop. The Gap ad, Lollapalooza, the tour, EP drop, Grammy nomination. They were everywhere. Whether you liked it or not, they were shoved down our throats, and honestly, I loved it. That said, this is just my personal take. If we had gotten more content from Girl Set, they probably would have won by a mile for me. H2K showed us their personalities from the very beginning, so I got attached to them fast. With Dream Academy and Cat's Eye, we were kind of left in the dark at first, and we only really got to know their personalities later through live streams, Weverse, variety appearances, interviews, and the Popstar Academy documentary that dropped months after debut. XG would have been strong competition too if they had released more music this year, because concept-wise they're easily the most unique group on the list. Now, I'm adding a K-pop throwback category because old songs resurfacing and going viral this year was a big thing. I'm talking YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, all of that. I know y'all are expecting me to say Miniskirt by AOA. Honorable mention to them, of course, but my throwback song of the year is Rewind by Wonder Girls. Yes! Rewind by Wonder Girls. I like Wonder Girls, can y'all tell? I love Wonder Girls. Their music is just so good. If you want a second gen girl group to get into, seriously listen to Wonder Girls. They will not disappoint. Now, Western albums and EPs, honorable mentions only, because this video would be 8 hours long if I went any deeper. So Close to What and the Deluxe by Tate McRae. That's my album of the year, point blank, period. Fancy That by Pink Pathras. The Provocateur by Adele. Bodyology and Bodyology 2 by Snow Wife. She is so underrated, and if you like Adele, you'll definitely like Snow Wife. WWP by Tyla. Boy by Kylie Cantrell. Wow by Between Friends. Ultrasound by The Neighborhood. Smoochies by Ash Nico. Bite Me by Renee Rapp, Little House by Rachel Chino Riri, Addison by Addison Ray, Vi by Doja Cat, and just to be clear, as of December 14th, this list was finalized. If something insane dropped after that, it is what it is. I'm not changing it. The plan is to upload this on January 1st, maybe earlier, but definitely not later. I wanted this to feel like a New Year surprise in a way, because I've had this award show idea since the beginning of the year. Writing it was honestly fun, even though I might have forgotten a few things since I started drafting this in late November and waited it out to see if anything else dropped. But yeah, this is it. And if you made it all the way to the end, you're actually amazing. Before you go, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment your thoughts even if you disagree with me. And if you really watched this whole thing, comment award season so I know you stayed till the end. It helps the engagement so much and lets me know who the real ones are. And again, mobile watchers, if you see that hype feature when you swipe on the comments, please use it. It helps the algorithm push this video more than you think, and it genuinely supports small creators like me. Thank you for watching, thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.